Hello, I'm Sketchy Duval, and good morning. It's kind of early. Well, I don't know, not really. It's like 9. I feel very energized. I feel very inspired. I feel well rested, and I just really want to do some painting. I just woke up and ate breakfast. That's why my hair is a little crazy in the back. You can see. But I just want to get to this painting. I'm ready, okay? So this is the painting so far. It's on some cardboard, and I just have the inking outline done in pen. So I really just want to go in and finish this painting with some actual paint, So let's get into it. So as usual, with most of my paintings, I've created a rough draft kind of on my iPad, like a guideline of what I want to do or what I think I want to do. So first I actually need to erase all of the pencil marks on this before I can go in with the paint, because I don't want the paint to get smudged. So now, let me get my paint. There, I think that's pretty much everything I'll use. Let me just get my draft ready. So I think I should start with the face. With this painting, I like that the background is showing through her face and stuff. So I don't really want to completely paint in everything. I just want to define enough of the shapes so that you can clearly see her on top. I don't want her to disappear into the background, but I do want her to, I guess, kind of blend in some parts and allow the background to be visible. Because, okay, what this is, let me explain. This is some cardboard from, I think, an Amazon package that I got last year or something. And I like to keep all of my cardboard and anything like that because I like to use it for painting. Even if I don't paint on it, I like to use it as, for example, if I'm painting a t-shirt, I like to put some cardboard in between the two layers of the t-shirt so that the paint doesn't bleed through. I've been using this one for that for a while, but then I really wanted to just paint something, and I decided to use this as my canvas. So I had a newspaper, I ripped it up and glued it onto the side of the cardboard, so that's where you can see like all these men's faces and stuff. I think they're like politicians or something, I don't know. And then I painted over the newspaper with white around the edges here. And then I painted some hot pink in the center. And then I knew I wanted to paint a portrait on top of that. First, I tried out a self-portrait, but I wasn't really taking it there for me. So then I was like, okay, all of these photos in the background are of like businessmen or politicians or something. So I thought it might be fun to kind of play on that. So I sketched out an idea of a kind of like demented school photo, but I did not like that either. It was okay, but I just felt like it didn't have enough impact. I was kind of bored. Like I was like, I don't want to draw a man, because honestly, I get really bored drawing men most of the time. So I decided to just draw a woman. First came the face. So a few months ago, my boyfriend had sketched some faces in my sketchbook. And the proportions he used for those faces really inspired me, because they had like huge eyes that were like floating off the edge of their face. And I thought that was really interesting and really cool. So I drew a face where her eyes are like floating off the side of her face, and then it just kind of inspired the entire piece. I've been really drawn to 1960s recently as like a fashion reference and a style reference. So I gave her this 1960s kind of updo that I found a picture of online. And then for the outfit, I wanted to do something kind of 1980s inspired. So I was looking up 80s fashion photo shoots, and of course I came across a photo shoot of Cyndi Lauper, who is just like a style icon. And I was really inspired by how Cyndi Lauper would always wear those like flouncy skirts and dresses and stuff, but she was very like punk and edgy at the same time. So I wanted to take that idea and give that to her. So she's not wearing a like replica of any dress that Cyndi Lauper wore, but it's definitely inspired by Cyndi Lauper. I wanted her eyes floating off her face, floating off the sides of her head, like I said. And then I wanted them to become, like the eyeshadow is a physical thing, a physical object off the side of her head as well. And then from the eyeshadow, these like eyelash tendrils are hanging down, I guess. Something like that. Actually, I think I should go in with paint marker so I can be more precise. Some parts of this painting I want to almost be like an ombre. So like the pink center of the painting fades away, but then it kind of fades into the bow or something like that. Just to make certain details stand out against the background. And down here, where the ribbon tassel parts of the bow meet like the hot pink part of the background, I'll do those with some of the lighter pink so they can stand out against the hot pink. This is a very like free form kind of painting style, I think, for me. And I think this is the next step that I needed to take in my art, because I'd been doing a lot of like realism and stuff like that, or like at least shading wise and whatever. I always try to keep it kind of real or something, like grounded in reality or something like that. I know my style is definitely not realistic. I guess following my own sort of like artistic conventions that I'm used to, I've been getting bored, so I wanted to try something new. And sometimes I think the best way to do that is just to do something without any idea of what you want it to be. Sometimes I just know that I want to do something different. And I don't know exactly what that might look like or what that might mean. But if I let myself feel that and then go to create something, I'll kind of just let whatever comes out naturally come out. And then I find something new that inspires me sometimes, you know? I think that's really important. And it's like all of the stuff I'm doing comes from the same place artistically, pretty much, you know? So it still is within my art style, but it's just a new, like, expansion of that. In the sketch that I did, or the plan that I drew on my iPad, I left pretty much all of her skirt white, but I think actually I should give it some pink. So I'm gonna turn some of these ruffles into like pink ruffles. I think there's not much more I can really do in terms of paint. I think I'm really just gonna have to go in with my paint marker and do the rest with that, because I think for the most part it's all painted in there. I'm just gonna add some white with paint first. I think that's pretty good for what that is. And now I'll just go in and do the outlines. I've realized I go kind of like nonverbal when I do any type of art. And sometimes I want to talk more, but I just get really focused on the drawing or whatever that I just can't bring myself to make a coherent sentence. But that's okay, because maybe it lets the artwork speak for itself. Yeah. I think she's good. So let me just sign it. Okay. Okay, here she is. I think she looks so cute. I think it looks so cool, actually. I love the black and pink and white only. I mean, of course, that's like my favorite color palette, so yeah. I really enjoyed doing this. I think I want to do more painting on unconventional materials. It feels really fun, and then it's like I have something physical to show, you know? I don't know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed seeing her come to life. And if you'd like to see more of my art, then you can find me on Instagram at SketchyDuval. Otherwise, I'll be back here on YouTube next time. So, thank you so much for being here and supporting my art. Thank you for watching and for listening. And until next time.